Day 33, baby. Now, there are more millionaires in America than people with six packs. There are more millionaires than people with six packs. So understand that. So if you want the elusive six pack, it's basically 1% of the population. So if you want to achieve that, you have to do what, you got to stop doing what 99% does and start doing what the 1% does. And the truth is, why you don't have a six pack is everyone has a six pack of muscle underneath a bunch of fat. So the reason why you don't have one is because you're too fat. There's too much fat over the muscle. And the reason why you have too much fat is probably because you eat like shit and you don't work out enough. So there's too many calories going in and not enough getting burnt, which means you store fat. So how do we remove that? Well, you can train and eat less. And if you eat smarter, you can do this faster. So I've had so many of my friends who went and removed carbs and sugars and went on the keto diet or the carnivore diet. And they actually did no exercise at all and lost like 30 pounds, 60 pounds. I've had a friend lose 100 pounds with not lifting a single weight, simply by removing carbs and sugars. So, if you want that elusive six pack, you first of all need to get in the kitchen, and that's where it starts. Next, if you want the six pack to really pop, it's just like any other muscle, you have to work it out. And I'm gonna show you some of the greatest ab workouts you can do. But no, first of all, if you want a six pack, you gotta stop doing what 99% of the population is doing, and you wanna become part of that exclusive club, the 1%, whoop-ah! You gotta do what the others aren't doing, man. And that's eating right and training hard. Burning more than you're eating until you achieve it. Anything worthwhile isn't easy to do. If you really, let's go over what's not gonna do shit for you. So if you do all those fancy, cycle doodads and razzle dazzle, cardio movements for your abs, and you want defined abs, well, that shit ain't gonna do nothing for you, right? So you gotta first need to know what kind of abs you wanna create. Are you going for strength? Are you going for looks? To make them pop and stuff? Because if you want them to pop, you want to train a certain way, which causes hypertrophy, which is basically muscle growth. So that means you gotta train them to failure, and then your body will grow more muscle on the abs, and your abs will pop more. And there's only really like 2 ab workouts you need to do that. So I'm gonna show you those 2 ab workouts, and then I'm gonna show you the ab workouts that build strength. So if you need strength, like let's say you're doing calisthenics like me, you're rock climbing, and the look isn't as important, the pop, but having the ability to do something is more important, then yeah. So first ab exercise to build strength. So there's 2 types. So there's elongating the muscle, and then there's contracting the muscle. So this is, you can do this with one of those roller wheels. I don't have one, so I'm going to just walk out. So I call it my little walkout ab workout. So I start here, right? And then I walk out and I'm elongating the abs. And this is super tricky. And then I pull it back in, right? So I'm gonna do this until I fail, right? So as far as I can go. And then I'll bring it back in. And this elongates the abs, right? That's what we want. So it's much better with the wheel, but I don't have one. So we're elongating. Here we go. Okay. Very hard. Oh my God. So I'm gonna go until failure. Okay. All right. So that's the one, right? Now let me show you that one. So that one will create hypertrophy, muscle growth. So this is the other one. You can get your lovely bar, And I'll do the different variations you can do. You can, basically this works the lower abs. That gets you your 6-pack and 8-pack. So this is one variation, right? Your legs tucked in like this, right? And if you get better at that, then you do that. And this really is tough. And you do your sets, you do your 3 sets. And those 2 exercises will create growth. Create growth and get that sexy pop if you're looking for that. All right? Now I'm gonna show you some that build endurance and strength for the abs if you're looking for more of a practical need, like, you know, when you're rock climbing and stuff, where you need to perform better. If you wanna build strength and endurance, right? That's where you do your isometric holds, right? So you do your planks and you can go further out to make it more difficult, or you can put weight on your back, but you do your isometric holds and you go until failure, basically, right? And this is what builds strength. It ain't gonna build your size, it ain't gonna burn a shit ton of calories, but it's just gonna build strength. So that's one of them. Got your V's, right? Strength, endurance, performance-based exercises, right? You can do all sorts of variations and doodads. Strength, performance. That's more build strength as well, but it actually builds the muscle. So, here's your ab workout and your ab tips on how to get a 6-pack. It all starts in the kitchen.